Shields failing. Shields failing.
It registers as solid, Captain. It registers as solid, Captain. It registers as solid. It registers as solid, Captain.
I like that.
It registers as solid, Captain.
Yeah.
It registers. He's talking about a shit that they found. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Trek in the Valley. We don't usually talk about shit right away. I am here to talk about Star Trek The Next Generation like we do every week. I'm Adam Ordal Quinnell, and I'm here with my good friend.
Hey, everybody. It's Al Hirt. What's up?
What's up indeed, Al? How's it going, man?
It's nice. It's, end of summer to fall.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Everything's just dragging on, I feel.
Oh man, I missed the
Just
equinox, didn't I? It was like 2 days ago. Or wait, no, it's the what's the other one? It's the equinox and the
rapture?
No, dude. There's two, the solstice.
Solstice.
Yeah, so
that's what you're trying to say. I was like, what are you talking about?
So is it the fall equinox? Yeah, or is it it's the fall equinox.
Yeah, fall equinox.
And then there's the summer solstice and the winter solstice. and the spring equinox.
This is a viral TikTok all this bullshit about how the rapture was supposed to be.
Oh
this
yeah,
week.
yeah.
And it was like, no follow-ups.
I've heard a thing or two about that. I'm not on the ticking
summer rapture.
I'm not on the ticking talk yet. So that's one of my things for 2026 is hopefully I'm going to book some stand-up back in the Midwest, and I'm going to record a bunch of it with I'm going to bring the recording gear and record a bunch of stuff for clips. I don't know that I would do TikTok because now TikTok is going to turn into
it's growing,
TikTok's
spread.
Well, no. Did you hear what happened?
No.
So
what?
TikTok, based because of some government shit, the American TikTok is going to be taken over by right-wing assholes.
Oh,
and it's but the company that owns Chinese TikTok is going to be like 25% of the shares still. And so it's just going to turn into like Twitter 2 or Rumble or any of that shit. It's like, I think it's either Peter Thiel or Mark Andreessen. You know, it's one of those two ghoulish, one of those ghoulish fuckers that want to live forever and they suck. Like, why can't cool people want to live forever? You know, it's always assholes.
Humanity in some way.
It's always assholes that want to live forever. Yeah, so I'm still having broken ribs. I'm in week 4, day 5. So 4 weeks and 5 days ago, I broke my ribs. And today I was like, wow, they feel fucked up like they did 2 weeks ago. Like I'm like, I don't know if I slept on it weird or something, but I am like, my doctor said it'll be about 8 weeks. She didn't say it's going to be every fucking second of 8 weeks. And you're not going to feel good until the last possible moment. And I never feel good. I just want to feel not broken and in pain anymore. And like, I deal with chronic pain because of my back and shit.
Yeah,
it's
such
just
an
like
awkward spot though.
I just got done with my back being all fucked up, and then this happened, and
no 4DX anytime soon, huh?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that would be. I will never do that again as long as I live.
That was insane.
But honestly, if my ribs weren't broken, I feel like I would be able to handle a 4DX now. Because my back was messed up at the time, and now I would kind of be ready for it, but I would never, unless it's the only possible way to see a movie. And also I watched Fantastic Four. You haven't seen that yet, right?
No.
I can't recommend it because it's fucking not good. It sucks.
Straightforward.
It's just weird. I don't. So spoiler alert.
How is the casting?
I mean, everybody was fine. Like
it was just the writing.
Pedro Pascal was really good, and I mean, it was written by like there was 4 people wrote the story, and then 4 people were credited for the screenplay.
Yeah. And then, there's 30 producers, 40 producers.
I just don't get why it's so hard to make a good Fantastic Four movie. And also, there's a sequence where a lady gives birth in zero gravity. And they don't show one drop of blood or anything. It's just like the weirdest. Like they don't even mention like it's gonna get messy. Like birth, notoriously one of the messiest fucking things that can happen. And like we all saw Alien Romulus, where they do the 0G alien blood. It would be like that, dog. Like I don't like. She would have been shooting around the fucking place. And that's just ridiculous. And that's just where it starts. And they really made Galactus. They made Galactus just a big guy that walks around.
Yeah, I heard they nerfed him.
Yeah, they did. He had a big ship, and the ship is the big deal. And then Galactus, they trick him into coming out of the ship.
Yeah,
and he's like, and then they're gonna get him into a trap. It is the most plot by numbers shit. I just could not believe it. And then to add, well, you know, don't mistake me for somebody who cares about this shit, because I fucking canceled Disney Plus. I canceled Disney Plus. I canceled Hulu. I'm like, but I am going to illegally watch everything that comes out because I like to see the flashy colors and stuff. But man, there's like the post-credit stinger is so toothless, and it's like they're trying. Remember when you saw Thanos at the end of the post-credit sequence for Avengers or whatever?
Yeah,
and you're just like, whoa, like they tried to have a moment like that and they biffed it, and it's just it as somebody who stood in line to get a seat at midnight for Iron Man in 2008. And to just be like, wow, you know, it was always gonna happen, but
Iron Man had to crush it though.
Yeah, and like, I liked
there's no choice.
I liked Thunderbolts. You know, they can still do cool.
Thunderbolts was fun.
I mean, fucking, hey, it
wasn't like fantastic, but it was fun.
We were just watching the Marvel Zombies. I just randomly I was thumbing through my buddy's Plex server, and he had Marvel Zombies on there, and I needed to kill some time waiting for you.
That was entertaining.
And it's fine. It's like, that's good. What we just watched was more fun than all of the Fantastic fucking Four movie. I could not believe it. And they make it look so fun. They're like, hey, it's like fun. It's like 1960s futurist world, you know? But then they make it just the driest fucking... Weird. Oh, what a huge bummer. And also Natasha Lyonne's in it, and she's an AI lady now, and that sucks. So there's a lot going on.
You would think that they would flesh more things out with, like, I don't know, Fantastic Four. It's you can do a lot of different things with that, I feel.
I will say this.
Maybe no Doom. There was no Dr. Doom. Nothing like that.
Oh, yeah. That's what the dumb post-credit sequence was.
Oh, of course.
You don't see his face, but you see him holding the mask and like leaning over. But the mask looks so stupid. It looks like a plastic. And it's just like, I think that was Robert Downey Jr. and it was probably like a big deal on the set that day and all that shit.
But it's like,
they're just going to make him a Tony Stark variant, and that's so stupid. It's
doesn't make sense.
Or it's going to be Victor Von Doom like wearing Tony Stark's face, tricking everybody in this Earth or something.
They can't back out now, though. They got to go all in.
I just think the smartest, and this is a Star Trek podcast, but I think that the smartest thing that the MCU could do is they just cast Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, and they fucking blast his face with special effects, and he's like an actor that disappears into the role, and you're just like, whoa, and he just plays Victor Von Doom like he's cast in the credits. It's like Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom / Dr. Doom, you know, like that's how they should do it. Nobody gives a shit about Tony Stark anymore. They're so far away from all that stuff. Oh God. Anyway, Star Trek, who cares what's happening? There's nothing Star Trek related about the Fantastic Four movie.
Nothing sci-fi related at all.
It's very sci-fi. That's like what was such a bummer about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it's all flying cars and shit. It's all like
so much cool shit.
It's like future. It's like Jetsons. It's like the Fantastic Four Jetsons future, and they spent so much money on it. They spent so much money on it, and it's just like, dude, you could have made 4. Yeah.
It's like the hype was more exciting than the movie, you know?
I didn't even think the hype... And everybody was great in it. That's what's really stupid.
Yeah.
And the lady who plays...
their best.
lady who plays Silver Surfer is the lady from Weapons.
Oh, word.
And have you seen Weapons yet?
No.
Oh, dude. So good. I think we've talked about it a bunch of times.
I
probably recommended it on 2 episodes, not knowing that. Anyway, that's us catching up. That's the end of the catching up segment. You listen to me rant about Fantastic Four. This is all just an audition for my next podcast where I'm just going to talk about shit and nobody's going to care. And that brings us to our first segment. What does Al remember? So Al.
Yes.
As you know, we've thrown out the just you talking about last week's episode because I think that was dumb and we did it for a long time. And you may have recommended that we not do it. And I was just like, we just kept doing it anyway. So now I'm listening. Okay. I'm Fraser Crane. Seattle, I'm listening. That's my Kelsey grammar. It's pretty good.
Wait, what's up then?
So then this week, I want you to tell me what you remember about Star Trek, the original series, season 1, episode 13, The Conscience of the King.
This was the play one. And then it was like Kirk and somebody else like sees a play, and then they witness like a murder like in the play or something. Or they find out that like the king of the play
is
such a douchebag and he like murdered somebody.
Oh man, you've almost got to something.
Then the daughter tries to cover for him because I guess he's a good person to try to murder. I don't know. He was just being a big asshole and murdering someone. And Kirk basically they like trick him into finding out that he's the murderer. And I guess it's like some race thing, right? Or was it some payback thing? It was some revenge thing, something like that.
So you think like I like how this segment works now, you know, because that's really all we need. A couple minutes. You figured some of it out. You got there. Here's what it is. This guy Caridian is an actor, and he's in a traveling play, and Kirk goes down to visit this old buddy of his who lives on this planet. And this old buddy of his and Kirk were witness to this mass murder that was committed by this guy named Kodos, I believe. And
when it was him in disguise.
Yes.
Oh,
and so
hilarious.
And his daughter is going to stand up for him and everything, and they're like, Kodos stopped existing, and then Caridian started existing.
Yeah, right. He's like, he had like a bunch of war crimes and stuff.
Yeah, he was a mass. He was the butcher of Butchersville.
Yeah, we referred to
the Star Butcher of Star Butchery.
No, but we referred to him as like, you know, the SS in Argentina and shit. You know,
he's just like chilling.
Awful human beings. Well, that were like, let me just communicate and or let me just hang out and community theater real quick.
Oh, I was right. He was the governor of Tarsus 4, Kodos.
Nice. Yes.
So that's what Al and Adam remember about the conscience of the king.
Hey, that's a good one though.
And I really need it. I liked it. I really liked it
here.
Oh, see, I didn't. I just picked it randomly.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Now that, thank you.
A little bit of conscience.
And what I need now is I need a segment intro.
Oh, yes.
For, hold on. And that's what Al remembers. And that brings us to our next segment, which is talking about this week's episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. The episode is titled When the Bough Breaks. And we know what happens then.
Yeah.
The baby will fall. And this is episode 136 of our podcast. And it's season 1, episode 17 of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
This is like an all ensemble kind of episode.
It's a good one. Right? There's multiple good guest stars as usual.
Does their part though from the Enterprise crew.
And as much as
like
I hate Wesley Crusher, he is slightly less annoying in this episode. Even though he's
the savior.
He's wearing that goddamn jumper. And it was written by Michael Michelin and DC Fontana.
Okay.
And it was directed by Kim Manners. Now, don't think that that's progressive. That is a man named Kim. But DC Fontana is a lady, and she wrote a bunch of great episodes of Star Trek and various other things. And this aired on February 15th, 1988. Oh, look at that. Cool. Day after Valentine's. Post Valentine's Day.
It kind of hits hard, too, this episode.
Right?
At some points. Yeah.
Right?
Feels kind of weird.
And then the Paramount, it's going to be fun to talk about, though, because not too much happens. So we should be able to skip through pretty good.
It's like all A plot.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's just nothing else happening because the issue's pretty fucked. So
the Paramount Plus synopsis is Wesley and several children from the Enterprise are kidnapped by a sterile civilization which hopes to use them to rebuild their race.
Okay. There goes
that. Spoils.
And then it's like the next sentence is how they get him back.
Right. And Wesley is annoying. Wesley and several children from the Enterprise are kidnapped by a sterile civilization with hopes to use them to rebuild their race. I got some problems with that.
That's everything.
It makes me... Well, first off, it's the whole episode. But also, when they say sterile civilization, it's just like... Doesn't that make you think that they like wipe everything down with wipes? You know, it doesn't make me think that they can't have kids.
God. And then it's like they take kids because they can't have them.
Yeah, they're dicks.
It's like, what's the logic there?
Oh, there's definitely... I watch Criminal Minds, and there's definitely times when people kidnap people because they can't have people. It's actually a big part of kidnapping.
Yeah, right?
You typically...
I feel like that's the thing.
Yeah, it feels like they kidnap somebody because they don't have one like that. So this is really a classic kidnapping plot.
If anything, but in space...
In space, no one can hear you kidnap.
They'll hear you
man,
beams.
why did it give me the FAQ? What the fuck, dude? Making me allow cookies. What the hell, dude?
This episode it balances between it's just a Star Trek adventure, and then it's like, whoa, this is pretty intense.
It's pretty heavy
I've seen
shit.
this happen, with all this crazy
heavy syndicated shit.
Yeah.
So we start with this little kid named Harry banging into Riker. He's running around, and he's running away from his dad because his dad wants him to learn calculus. So Al, do you know any calculus?
I do.
You do?
Barely, but now.
You could do calculus?
If I had a book and some paper, yeah.
All right, cool. If you had access to the internet.
Whip it out. You can't just flip it out.
Yeah, so the kid is bummed that he has to do calculus, and we find out that his dad, what's his dad do again? Is he an oceanographer? Yeah, because the kid makes a dolphin sculpture.
Yeah, and he's like, no, Harry, you got to do your calculus. Everybody knows calculus.
Right?
And he's like, fuck this, Dad.
And then Riker's like, yeah, you got to learn calculus, even though, Riker doesn't know shit about calculus. I was going to say,
they literally ask the computer for every single thing.
Riker's like, I don't know.
Hey, Data.
I fucked my way to the top, quite frankly. And so Riker pops onto the bridge where everybody's hanging out. And this is where Picard reveals unto Riker, oh, Riker, we got a surprise for you. We've been following a trace energy signature. And we are now, the path finally led us here, which is what I knew would interest you. And he goes, what's our position, Geordi? And Geordi tells him, the Epsilon Minos system, sir. And Riker goes, oh my God, that's where Aldea is, the fantastic mythical city that nobody's ever seen.
Yeah, it's like some Atlantis vibes.
It's Atlantis or
Bermuda Triangle?
Like the gold in the Congo or,
that's true.
Yeah. Bermuda Triangle, yes, sort of, I guess.
Yeah, but the last time that was on the animated show, right? When they were at that one spot, at that one point when ships disappear at this one moment.
Yes,
they're like,
the
Captain,
space
the
triangle
time is gonna happen again. And then they go in the past or whatever.
Space Muta Triangle. Mm-hmm. And then don't they get real little?
That was, they get younger. and they turn into babies.
Right.
And he's like, Captain, I'll be the oldest by the time we all age.
If you're just getting to the podcast now, you gotta go listen to us talk about us talking about the animated series. It's real good. Anyways, so Riker is an Aldea fucking nerd, and he's saying Aldea, they were able to cloak their planet, and all they've done is they cloaked their planet in darkness to go unseen by marauders, and all they've done is study art and poetry, and that's how they avoid being plundered and robbed. And they're scanning, they're not showing anything out there, and then something does appear in front of them. They're recording a distortion, and whoops, a big planet appears.
Deanna Troi, though, is kind of like, I feel a lot of souls, Captain, a lot of minds in one place.
Yeah, she says, which is funny because there's only like 5 of them.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 people.
She said before the planet appears, she goes, I sense a number of minds, but like then
thousands. She says,
what the fuck?
I don't know. Hold on, there are hundreds.
Well, what the hell? So they say, I'll stop in this position. Anything, Captain? I'm recording a distortion. Oh shit! Hold on, I missed it.
It's before that.
Yeah. Thousands of minds, she says. Yeah, she senses thousands of minds.
I thought she said hundreds.
Well, it doesn't matter how many. There's only 5.
5, yeah. Hey, I mean, maybe they're the senior. No, actually, yeah. Out of all the they only needed like 7 kids. It ends up being, when they get to this planet. It's kind of weird too from the get-go. As soon as they get there, they say, "Hey, we just wanted to say hi and talk to you and explore." The planet, and everybody on there is like, we know, we were waiting for you.
We've been studying your ship. Now, here's the thing.
And they know their names because they've been eavesdropping on them, and a lot of little red flags.
The city of El Dorado. That's what I was thinking of.
El Dorado.
City of gold. Mm-hmm. So here's what I think is dumb / weird. Riker just happens to be like an enthusiast of Aldea. And they're like, we followed this energy signature, and then Aldea appears in front of them. I don't think they actually thought they were really going to find it.
Yeah, I feel like Aldea discovery would have happened sooner. The discovery of Aldea.
Well, we find out why. We find out why the timing, but it's just like, what? Oh, great space shot! Look at that remastered space shot with gold Aldea. I love how they probably just like had a little slider where they would choose the planet colors, like, oh, there's some gold. And so it's a cloaking device. They've got a shield around the planet that they can't beam through. And then they talk to the Aldeans. And it's an attractive lady who doesn't she come back later to play somebody else in Star Trek?
No, I don't think so.
I think she does.
I mean, they always rotate these good guest stars.
So basically, the Aldeans they teleport quickly up onto the bridge of the Enterprise. They explain. They don't even
ask. They're just like, hey, we're gonna say hi.
They explain thousands of years we've been hiding and working on technology, and they act like the light is a lot for them. They're like, ooh, the light is a lot for me. Oh, Brenda Strong is her name, I think. Yes. Okay. So then we get to...
that's why.
They're basically saying, come and hang out.
Yeah, but the captain of Picard was like, we could have just beamed you aboard. Like, you should have gone through a transportation procedure. And she's like, no, it's cool. Like, our shield is going to block you anyways. That's the only way we can get in and out of this planet.
Do our little blip and bap. Yeah, and Crusher's like, quarantine! And they're like, don't worry, we're very smart.
Yeah, it's kind of arrogant and kind of weird at first. So anyways.
She's been monitoring, they've been monitoring the ship's communications, which is kind of like, oh, so you just been spying on our asses? Yeah, I realized where I recognized her from. Brenda Strong plays the lady Aldean.
The female Aldean.
And she was Captain Deladier from Starship Troopers. Oh. She's the captain of the ship that they're serving on when it's the pilot lady and her new boyfriend. So that's why I keep thinking I recognize her from stuff.
She's on Spaceballs too.
She was a nurse in Spaceballs, but there's no way I would remember her from that, even though this is around that time. So maybe Maybe.
She's in the sci-fi.
So Riker and Crusher and Troy are chosen to beam down and meet with the Aldeans. And I
guess it was two people of his choice, Riker's choice. And Captain, and yeah, they don't even say, hey, we're going to transport you down. They just beam them down, like at will.
Yup.
And Picard looks around and he's like, oh, good choices, Riker. And it's Riker, Beverly Crusher, and Deanna Troi.
Yup.
And they're all doing this weird, like, roundtable discussion, and they're just being really nice to them.
Yeah,
and
they're like, hey, come on down, check it out,
a little more suspicious. And so Riker's like, they probably need something bad from us if they're being so nice. So.
They need something important. Yeah. Or something that only valuable. The Federation can give them. And
exactly.
Then we got a quick little bit. Yeah. Why did they have the Enterprise? Why did they talk to the Enterprise? Of all the ships that have passed through, why the Enterprise?
They knew Riker was a fanboy, maybe.
Maybe. And then Data was explaining to Wesley that it's like the planet's shield bends light, or the planet's thing bends light around the planet. So it's kind of like the Predator shield or like the Romulan cloaking device a little bit.
That's cool.
And then while he's explaining that, a big yellow beam of light shoots into the bridge and it points at everybody. And then it settles on Wesley and he is stricken.
Yeah, and Picard's like, don't touch him.
Right? And they put the shields are inoperable. You get the old bridge close-up of where they put the fisheye lens on Data.
Yeah.
And then boom. He's done being zapped by the light. What the hell?
Yeah, and Picard asks if Wesley's all right, and Wesley's like, yeah, it was scary at first, but I don't really feel anything.
Right? And then Worf tells him that similar incidents have happening all over the ship, but only with the children.
Yeah, and it's like, dun, dun, dun.
We are being probed.
Oh, yeah. No,
that's kind of what he said just now. Oh, no, that's not what I meant.
No.
Now, this guy who plays the male Aldean, right?
Yes, a male Aldean.
This dude is played by, he's Radu, and the Brenda Strong character is Rochella. Radu is this guy, Jerry Hardin, and he's a character actor that's in absolutely everything. He's in Big Trouble in Little China. That's one of the places I recognize him from. And he's Deep Throat on the X-Files.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
That's what I was thinking of. Deep Throat from the X-Files. And so now they're saying that they don't have any children, right? Mm. And because they've stopped being able to have children, they say, oh, we studied why and there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah. And this Rochella is the last person that was born. And Dr. Crusher's like, your medical community hasn't done anything about this, and like they've tried, but they all failed. And Crusher's like, well, we'll help you out. And they're like, no. You're not going to help us like that. We're proposing a trade instead. You're going to give us some of your kids, and then we're going to give you centuries worth of technology and
information about places you don't even know about.
Troy has such a great line here. She goes, actually, this might be kind of weird to think about, but humans actually really love their children. They're very connected to their children. Unlike that, it might be acceptable to some other races to propose such a trade. Humans are unusually attached to their offspring. That's a great joke. Crusher is just like cutting daggers because she's got one of the kids, and he's like, we sympathize with your situation, but no.
Yeah, and he just goes, this deal is something that we just can't give you. We can't even,
we'll help you figure it out.
Yeah, we can't even propose it. We can't even, what is that word?
We can't give you kids.
Yeah.
It's preposterous. It's preposterous.
It's abhorrent.
You can't just have our kids. And they go, well, so there's not, are you sure? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, there's no way. And he goes, yeah, no way. And the guy goes, are you sure? And Riker's like, yes. And then they go, okay.
Zero way.
They go, okay.
He goes, there is no other way.
And then they blip the away team back up to the ship. Yeah, and then Wesley blips away. And she goes, they've taken my son. Yeah, and Picard is like, wait, what the fuck happened? And then they show all the other kids disappearing around the ship.
Yeah, but it's only certain kids, right?
And it's like 5 of them.
Right.
Honestly.
And it's creepy.
I kind of want to be like, what information would you give us? I'm not even thinking about it.
Jeez.
Bev, not even thinking about it. It's just, we got to keep them talking, right? And these, I love the difference between the humans and the Aldeans. The Aldeans are just like, we can't even understand why you would give a shit. And it's just like, maybe the reason you guys aren't able to have kids anymore is because evolution knows that you're shitheads. Like, evolution knows you shouldn't have kids.
Yeah, they just think this behavior is totally fine. And I don't know, it's kind of freaky given what's going on today with like ICE and people like taking people and shit from their homes.
Oh yeah, this is just like that.
Just like, fuck that. Like, that's just disgusting.
I forgot this is just like ICE.
But they don't have transporters, obviously, thank God.
Oh man, if they did, there'd be so many videos of people disappearing from Home Depot parking lots. So they got like,
wild though.
They got like 6 Rugrats.
Gross.
Yeah, we don't like ice, except in our drinks.
Yeah.
So Wesley and 5 little Rugrat munchkins are beamed down.
Yeah, it is just 5.
Yep. And so now I'm kind of like thinking, oh, it's not like all the kids on the ship. Well, I don't know. And so then the Aldeans mentioned this thing called the custodian, which is basically like a computer that runs their society.
Yeah, supercomputer.
And this little redheaded girl comes up and is really friendly to Rochella, and then Rochella's got this face like, oh,
I want to keep it.
This kid's gonna be mine.
Creepy.
And I love this. It cuts to in the conference room on the ship. It's the parents of all the kidnapped kiddos, right? And Crusher says something that, so I was like, Brittany, I'm not trying to victim blame. Brittany's my wife. I was like, not trying to victim blame here, but you shouldn't bring your kids on a space mission. Because sometimes you meet aliens that want to kidnap. Like, I feel like
murder your children.
It's kind of like how I didn't have a lot of sympathy for like companies and businesses during the pandemic, because I was like, we've known that a pandemic was going to happen for a long time. You should be prepared for something like this. But so then I was like, but that's so callous. I was like, Brittany, that's so callous to even say. And then Crusher says it. Crusher is like, we all knew what we signed up for, right? And Picard says he's gonna. How's Picard gonna buy them time, Al? Tell the audience.
He's just like, I'm just gonna bullshit and negotiate with them and just have them keep talking until we get the kids back.
So we figure out a way.
It was like when they wanted to take, Wesley and murder him because he broke that fence on that other planet.
That fucking fence, dude.
And Picard's like, all right, we'll talk, but Wesley's coming back with us. Sorry.
Well, so these parents are all like, and of course the parent of the calculus kid is like, the last time we spoke, I yelled at him because of calculus.
I feel bad. I miss him. And Picard's like, okay, this is, I don't know. It's like there's been so many episodes and you haven't seen Picard be so, I don't know, sure about anything until this episode. He's like, we're going to fucking get those kids.
But then he also says,
But
gotta imagine what's the worst thing. What's the worst that could happen? So the kids are doled out. The kids are doled out to various families.
Yeah.
And the families are like, we're going to make you the artist you've always wanted to be. And the kid's like, I've never given one shit about art. And they're like, oh, we're going to make you an artist. And he's like, I have never drawn a picture in my fucking life.
And he's like, wait, but I don't have to do calculus?
We sense it inside of you. And they're like, no, you'll never have to do calculus, Harry. You'll never need to look at a book again.
Okay, I guess I'll be a scientist. And then they at least get the musician chick right with the music guy.
The next guy is like, first off, the old guy taking the young girl, Creepo Town. And then Wesley is going to Radu and Rochella. And Wesley's like, hey,
I'm not a kid.
I'm not a kid. I don't get any decision in this. And this Radu guy's like, Wesley, sometimes things happen in life that you must just accept. And it's like, this isn't one of them things though, dude.
Yeah, and also he's like, I just had to do this either way. I have no choice, buddy.
That's what they say.
Sorry.
They say, we have no choice. The only thing we can do is kidnap kids. And they can't even, it's not even going to be genetic.
It's big kidnapper vibes, that sounds exactly like what a kidnapper would say.
And I think
I'm a psychopath. I have no choice.
I think they probably cover it, but this isn't how you prolong your society. Like, they're not gonna they're not gonna breed with the children. I know, right?
Wait, it's just patience.
And so they're just gonna teach them. They're gonna teach them their ways. And the little girl's going to be a musician, and they're going to teach Wesley science or whatever. And he's like, we got no choice. We just got to do it. You can make this easier for the other kids. They trust you. And of course, the little redhead kid, they're like, Rochella, we're going to give that redheaded kid to these other people. And she's like, I'm not giving them away. I'm not giving her away. And it's like...
Wesley's like, do you see this shit? You see what you've
Wesley's
started?
like, do you understand how fucked up it is to just kidnap these kids? I mean, what the hell?
It's just weird.
As usual, they find out that there's some shield fluctuations where they might be able to pinpoint a transporter through.
Yeah, but they're like, it'll be harder to take the kids out than us going in.
So they've got, it's a multiple fold thing that they're trying to figure out here.
And Picard's like, look, we'll just have you, Riker and Data, you guys just beam down in secret.
Yeah.
I will beam down to just eventually just chit chat with him and try to delay it as much as possible.
Yep. And Data's also trying to beat the shield code.
Yes.
And so Data's trying to beat the shield code. Riker and LaForge are going to try and find a way to beaming through one of the holes in the shield. And then they need to get an away team down to find the power source for the shield and neutralize it. And he's like, do you think they'll negotiate? And he goes, they'll negotiate as long as they think they can get something. But once they know that there's nothing they can do, basically it's all a charade. We're just going to take our
kids and dip. That's what we'll have to do, worst case scenario.
And they don't even know how powerful these guys are.
Yeah.
And so this lady gives Wesley third stage clearance to Calculon. Or wait, no, what's it called? The Custodian. The Janitor. So the Custodian takes care of all their needs. It regulates all their lives, the lady says. And
Wesley's just asking, general honest questions.
Lay it on us. What questions does he have about the Custodian, Al?
Like, who made it? When was it made?
The progenitors.
How was it built?
Here, you do the questions. Who made it?
Who made the progenitors?
The progenitors.
And then it was, how was it built?
I don't know.
How are we going to repair it?
I don't know. Never needs to be repaired.
But it's like, if we don't understand what we're using
Wesley,
it for...
shut the fuck up. I'm starting to think that you might be super annoying. That's basically what this lady says. And also the progenitors, that comes up later.
Yeah, right.
That's why everybody's bipeds. Because the progenitors seeded the fucking worlds.
Yeah.
So she's like, why would we want to repair it? And he goes, well, from time to time, every custodian requires maintenance. And she goes, Wesley, Radu was right. You're smarter. You're too smart for your own good.
Yeah. You have questions even I can't answer.
And then Wesley's like,
okay.
Custodian, show me all the other people. And they show the kid sculpting, and he's using like a magic wand that sculpts the wood for him. And the what's her name is with Rochella playing with the holographic. Alexandria is with Rochella playing with holographic stuff. And she goes, stop this. There's so much to learn. We can't fuck around with looking at these other kids right now. You dipshit with your stupid onesie or whatever it is.
And Wesley's like, I don't know. This just feels kind of weird, though. I definitely want to leave. And she's like, no, stay. Custodian's great.
And so Picard is like, I'm going to come down with the doctor. And Radu is like, why? Are you sick? And he goes, no, Dr. Crusher is a staff officer, and I need to have at least Starfleet Regulation 6.77 needs one staff officer during treaty negotiations. That's all bullshit. He made that up.
Yeah, Data's like, Captain, I'm not aware of that regulation. Because like, it's bullshit.
And I fucking love the persistence of these Aldeans. Like, because they get there, and they're like, hey, we want to see the kids. And he's like, no, you're not going to see the kids. Because you can't see the kids, they're gone. Now we're just talking about what you get for the kids.
Oh my gosh.
And he goes, and Radu goes, what are you even so worried about them for? You can have more. And he points to them, which is funny because they have a kid together in the Picard series. Spoiler alert.
What?
Yeah. And so he's like, you're trifling with the primal instincts of our species. I'm Professor X. And he goes, human parents are quite willing to die for their children. And he's like, returning the children is not negotiable. And she's like, they'll have a beautiful life here. Yeah, that's what they all say.
God, it's so creepy. And then Beverly Crusher's like, you just can't. Like, it just doesn't, it won't work. It's not going to make sense.
Yeah.
And I've tried to look into this sterilization and oh yeah, that's how Picard introduces it though. Is that in order for Mrs. Crusher to explain what the fuck is going on, she should at least see her son first.
So she's got to see the kids, and he goes, you are a stubborn people, and that too can be a positive trait. So then Crusher goes back to see Wesley, and she passes Wesley a scanner on the sly.
Oh, yeah.
And he's kind of a dummy about it. He looks at it, and he's like, oh, something secret.
Ooh.
And then he reaches behind him, and he scans her. And then he passes the scanner back to her. So she's got an important scan now, right? Oh, there we go. He scanned the lady. He scanned the Aldean,
so
right?
So she could have like a source of information.
To find out what's going on with them.
Yes.
And then they beam away. And the guy said, don't fuck with us. We can beam you away whenever. And then he goes, a demonstration of our power. And what happens, Al?
It's like a beam of light. Looks like a comet. It just nails the Enterprise.
And it's like he just gave, it's like he threw, it's like it's a disc golf disc.
Yeah.
And he just threw the Enterprise and it spins and it lands fucking 3 days away at warp 9. And then he pops up on the screen and he's like, I can do that.
Repulsor beam.
He says, if you don't accept our terms, I'll throw your fucking ship so far away that the kids will be grandchildren when you get back here, Picard. Do you get it?
Like, whoa.
Grandchildren. And then it cuts to the old motherfucker who's got the young blonde lady kid as his charge. And she's working on like some kind of holophoner. Looks like a Simon. Remember Simon?
Yeah. It does.
And he tells her, you've got it. You can't break this thing. You got to think. You got to feel it. Don't think it. And then she feels it and she plays a tune. And he's like, that's like, just what I was thinking. And he's like, it's beautiful.
Yeah. She's just like, it's you know, it's sad.
And then we get, she's like,
misses home.
Oh, he goes, you should play happier music. And she's like, but I don't feel happy.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, like, and then this kid is like, then they get to Harry, who's the kid they're trying to make into a sculpture, and he's like, I don't have to do calculus anymore, and he's like, you don't have to do anything you don't want to, as long as what you want to do is exactly what we want you to do.
Yeah, right. What?
And so they've been and so now 3 days later, they get back, and then she says, look, this is not, Crusher comes out of the bridge and she goes, yeah. So Al, I want you to tell me what's going on with the Aldeans.
The Aldeans are getting, what is it? She summarizes it as radiation poisoning.
Yes, they're suffering from chromosomal damage that's radiation poisoning, and it could be genetic as well. And they have a lack of appetite, extreme pallor, sensitivity to light.
Yes, that's right.
Their entire civilization is terminally ill. And he says, is it reversible? And she says, I won't know until I find the cause. And and she's like, I don't need you to tell me that time is running out because they got my kid. Yeah,
actually, there is more build up to it because she's still trying to figure out whether it's the environment or them.
Yeah, she doesn't know what caused it, but she knows what it is a little bit better. And then we cut to Harry showing his new parents, a ironwood dolphin that he sculpted with the cheater pen, with the AI cheater pen.
Seriously, he just
stole a bunch of images of other dolphins and put it together for him. And she's like, we used to have oceans and fish. I've never seen a fish before. And he's like, I used to live near the ocean, but it doesn't matter because I'm like, here now with you.
My dad was an oceanographer.
And she's like, what's an oceanographer? And he's like, I'm gonna polish my dolphin, and that's not a euphemism. So
yeah, and then it cuts to Alexandria too, just like missing her mom, and it's like, you can't. It's so cruel, you know. You can't just do that.
You just can't do that, bro.
You can't do that.
You can't just take kids to prolong your society. And this is where Wesley is really having it out with his new parents.
Yeah, it's kind of...
he's like, we were happy before you came here. I feel badly that you can't have children, but you can't steal us from our family. And then Wesley goes to the custodian.
I figured Wesley was going to try to like disable the shield and power it off already.
Well, why
turn off shield.
Yes, custodian, turn off the God damn it, Wesley.
Yeah, he probably didn't know.
Oh my God, I'm mad at Wesley again now. I wasn't too mad at Wesley, but now I am. And so Wesley has the custodian turn off the alarm or something. He shows him where everybody is.
Yeah, because he's like, custodian, where are all the other kids?
And he's rounding up the other kids, and they are going to basically go on strike. Yeah, and he's like, protest. Are they going to get mad at us? And they're like, maybe, I don't know. And also, Alexandria has a really creepy little doll.
Yeah.
It looks like a head. It looks like a shrunken head with hair on it. It looks like a Furby.
Yeah, Furby.
But it's like it's got like dog hair on it. It's a skull with long dog hair on it. So the kids are basically saying, we're on strike. We're not going to do anything you want us to do.
Yeah, and the
fucking deal with it.
It's kind of adorable, though, because the kids are like, wait, do you think, us not eating, like, what will that do? Like, how will that help? And Wesley's like, no, it's technically a form of protest. Like, they can't make us do anything,
Yeah, he says it's peaceful protest.
Yes. And that, he goes, we'll be okay. We'll be hungry, but, they're not going to fucking kill us or anything.
And we're not, we're just not going to play their game, basically. And then Crusher comes in and says, yes, it's radiation poisoning. With treatment, we can potentially reverse it. And then at the same time, Geordi and Riker found with precise timing, we should be able to beam onto the planet. And then here we go. They're putting the plan in motion. And, they put a bunch of food down in front of the kids. And Alexandria reaches out and Wesley grabs her and he's like, I know you're hungry. We all are. But it's our way of telling them that we want to go home. You understand? And she's like, yes. Even though Rochella has tried to brainwash me. Data and Riker beam down at the same time that, because there's a quick little hole that's open when they beam out. And so then when Picard and Crusher beam down to the planet, so do Riker and Data.
Yeah, it's a funny little sequence because you see Worf go, transporter room now.
Transporter room now. I'm Gowron. That's Gowron. So then Data and Riker are like looking around. They find the custodian, but it's only authorized voice command. There's no way they can override it. And then this is great.
Yeah.
Radu comes up to Picard and Crusher and he's like, look, you got to talk to the kids. And they're like, what? And he's like,
what's going on?
They're on some sort of strike. And Picard is like, kind of smiles a little bit. And he's like, you must deal with this, Captain. We need these kids. He says, I'm not very good with children. And that's what Radu says to Picard, right?
Yeah.
And that's funny because Picard is like, well, I'm fucking not good with children either. That's
he's like,
in the pilot episode of this show. I was just like, yeah, damn. So then Picard gets to go talk to the kids. He's like, good, Wesley, you're doing good. And then Harry's like, tell my dad I miss him. And he's like, you'll tell him yourself. And then Alexandria wants to hug Picard. Picard shows up in the main room with all the kids. And then here we go. They say hold for orders. They're gonna beam all the kids out, and this is where Crusher lays it on them.
Yeah,
he's like, the radiation levels on Eldia have been building up because you motherfuckers have had your shield up, right? And it's like the ozone layer.
Yeah, it was like them secluding themselves was the thing.
Also,
was the very
woke.
same thing that was killing them.
Stupid woke TNG. This is about global wubba. And so basically they're saying the ultraviolet radiation, the shield that protected your world in one way was weakening it in another. Radu doesn't believe them, but he does soon,
he's like,
right?
Men are weak.
And she basically says, Crusher basically says, look, if the kids stay, they're just going to get sick too. We're condemning them to our fate.
Yeah.
And then Rochella says, hey, it's actually doesn't seem like bullshit. They're probably serious. And then, they get a message from Riker saying we've disabled the shield. Radu doesn't have his superpowers anymore because they've turned off the custodian. They let Harry keep the dolphin. Oh, they're all going to beam away.
Right.
And Harry, this little fucking, what's he got? Stockholm syndrome or something? He walks over to his parents and he's like, they're like, do you want to take your dolphin with you? He's like, no, you keep it. And then he says, thank you. thank you for teaching me and taking care of me. It's like, dude, they fucking kidnapped you.
Yeah,
you gotta go. You gotta go right to
and
therapy.
He's like, don't worry, I'll make another dolphin anyways.
Go right to
Creepy.
Deanna Troy's office. All of you
and
kids.
I was thinking too, probably that guy who was a faux
Look at this fucking
parent.
guy.
Seriously.
The look on Radu's face after the kids disappear, and he goes, "You have destroyed us." And Picard goes, "We are not here to destroy you. We're going to help you." And then they go and show them the progenitor engine that's on the ship, this big fucking thing that puts out the radiation. And he goes, Data's like, it's incredible amounts of energy, even more since we've taken down the shield.
They just have no clue what it is.
Yeah, and then they go, what are we going to do? And it's like, we're going to learn all over again. And Radu says, all this time we've been destroying ourselves, so sure of our technological invulnerability.
They've just been making sculptures all day.
He just believes it. He's like, I don't think it's lies and a conspiracy theory.
And I mean, what is this? Radu is like, you'll help us, right? And Picard's like, yeah, of course. I mean, we'll take all the information, all the data.
He's like, and maybe we'll forget about you kidnapping our children, you fucking assholes.
No kids, though.
and Harry's like, but I don't want to take and Harry goes, so I can be a sculptor? And he's like, you can be anything you want, except you still have to take calculus.
And he's like, okay, Dad.
Cut to the bridge, and Data says, we have successfully reseeded the ozone layer, but for their atmosphere to maintain its integrity, they can never use the shield. So they basically have to choose between dying of radiation poisoning or having the shield up, and they're gonna, and having the shield down, and they're gonna have the shield down.
And it's like, oh, all right.
And then Wesley comes onto the bridge, and he's got Alexandria with her terrifying little doll head with her. And he goes, he just wanted to thank you for bringing her mother home. And she goes, thank you, Captain Picard. And she gives him a little flower. And he's like, thank you, Alexandria. And they go, and we're fucking out of here. This is a great tableau. Look how many people there are on the bridge. Oh, Picard's got the doll stuck to his back. And they all have a good laugh about it. He's got the creepy cursed doll. And they fly away from the golden planet of Aldea. Aldea, what did you think, buddy?
I don't know. This was a very straightforward episode. I think it was. They should have been maybe another plot going on or something else, but the kidnapping of kids is like, oh shit, we better figure this out and not like add anything else to it. I feel,
and it does feel like the questions that they bring up get answered really quickly.
Yeah,
like Crusher figure. It's like there's only a few minutes between when Crusher says they've all got a disease and then when she says it's radiation poisoning. What else you got?
Yeah, we kind of meshed that both together. No, I thought it was funny too how the kid Harry was like, "Oh, you can keep this sculpture. I'll just make another one," and that Aldean parent is just gonna cry every day and look at it and probably just throw it away.
And
like, fuck this. Fuck you, Harry.
And don't worry, that kid's not going to be able to make that sculpture because he didn't take his magic wand with him, you know?
That's true. And it's like, Harry, in the Enterprise, we only have the tools. We don't have this like special robot thing. And he's like, fuck this. Fuck sculpting. He just gives up because he's a kid. But also, I don't know. I just felt it was missing a little something, but it was still entertaining.
And Troy, I liked how Troy said humans are surprisingly attached to their children. Here's an idea for them. Don't bring your kids into space. Wesley opening his palm and then being like, oh, I saw a thing. This is the thing I can scan you with. I get it now. The little kid's doll head looked like they put hair on the head of the Eraserhead baby. If you've seen Eraserhead, it looks like that, but with long dog hair on it. I love that the Aldean saying he's bad with kids to Picard is pretty funny. Picard also notoriously bad with children.
And that Picard has to figure that out on his own, sort of.
It is interesting that the Aldeans had to choose between getting a treatment and cloaking their society, remaining secret.
See, that's like... There was things outside of that, outside of the kidnapping that were really interesting that they could have delved into with the whole shield and stuff. But it was like, all right, we just won't. It was just like an answer so quick.
Even dumber than that.
And like all the societies,
At the end.
Thousands of miles.
One of them, I can't remember who it is, Picard or somebody says, we know they will make good parents.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Deanna
Troy says, we know they will make good parents. They are actually kidnapping maniacs.
Yeah,
generally kidnappers don't make good parents.
Yeah.
And one of those guys was very old.
And even the other dude too, Radu was super disappointed when the kids went away, and it was like, okay, man.
I'll never get to feast upon their flesh.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. And also, it was a little low budget considering that we only seen 5 or 6 Eldians in total.
Well, and that's the other thing. Remember when Troy said thousands of minds?
Yeah, it kind of just takes the sting out of the punch, you know? It doesn't feel as dire.
Was that a trick to get them down there, the thousands of minds? Why'd say thousands of minds?
I don't know. I think it was probably just... just them just bullshitting. I mean, at least it wasn't as cheesy as the original series episode where Kirk sees the overpopulated place and there's people just standing outside squished against the glass.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't that
silly.
Was
horrifying. Yeah. I got to ask you about that one.
That one was nuts.
How many custodians do you give it out of 5?
I was like, how many dolphins?
How many dolphin sculptures do you give it out of 5?
This was like extremely mid. I don't know, very middle of the road, 2.5.
Okay, 2.5. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 3
Yeah.
because I'm gauging it based on last week that I gave it 3.5. I liked last week's better than this, I think, for sure. So it's a little,
for sure.
But I don't think it's less than 3 because the guest stars are kind of chopping it up. I like that.
I'll give you that.
So 2.5 from Al, 3 from me. That's our discussion of...
It was just such a quick plot.
When the bow breaks. Mm-hmm. Get it? Down will come baby.
Yeah, and it was just like...
I'm listening, Seattle.
I don't know. It was just funny how like some of the conflict too was like, oh, are you going to save my kid, Kirk? Are you going to save my... Or Kirk, Picard?
Oh, yeah. Picard, are you going to save our kids? Obviously, I'm going to try and save your fucking kids, dude.
Yes, I will. Yeah,
obviously, I'm going to save your fucking kids, bro.
And the villain, too, and the Aldinian being like, are you sure about that, Riker? Are there any other options? Are you sure about that, Riker? And Riker's like, yeah, that's literally the only answer. We're not going to give you the kids. End of story. End the fucking story.
Yeah, dog.
It was just, I don't know. I felt that was a little convoluted, but...
All right. That's our discussion of When the Bow Breaks.
Yes,
which brings us to our final segment of the episode. Captain, Adam and Al are recommending things. I repeat, Adam and Al are recommending things. What do you got for us, Al?
Let's see. There is... I saw The Devil's Advocate again. That's a funny movie. It's pretty interesting.
The Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino movie? That's what you're recommending this week?
Yes, I recommend watching that.
The Devil's Advocate.
Entertaining.
I remember it's good.
It cranks up the schlock at the very end, but then it's like a horror movie based on gaslighting.
Yes.
It's like all gaslighting, and watching it now as an adult, I've noticed all these weird other niches and these weird other... aged things, clearly.
The Devil's Advocate.
But it came out in 97. I thought it was like more 2000s.
Whoa! And it's got
a lot of people in the cast.
Charlize Theron, Keanu Reeves, Al Pacino, Jeffrey Jones. He's a child molester, or he had child porn. Jeffrey Jones
is a piece of shit. So you do say you can get beat up, which is pretty dope. So.
And then I thought I saw Jennifer Tilly, but it must be somebody that looks like
Nelson
Jennifer Tilly.
too. That was
wow,
whack.
Coach.
Yeah.
Coach.
But anyways, it's entertaining, and I don't know. It was funny that my girlfriend, where we were watching with, she was like, Keanu Reeves cannot act.
Yeah, he's
Everybody
not great.
else is great, but Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is really good.
He can't really get out of that.
He's good in Bill and Ted and John Wick and
Matrix.
Point Break and Matrix.
But it's like that's him being him.
Yeah, when he's got to do little bits of acting.
But hey, I mean, he does his thing, you know. But yeah, Al Pacino nails it. He does a really good job. It was just because, funny thing, I just was pulling up this nostalgic stuff because I got this CD or DVD collection, and it was like a 4-movie suspense collection, and I was like, oh, what the hell? 3 of the movies had Al Pacino, and one of the movies was 7. And I was like, sure, I'll pick it up. It was like $7 at a Walmart, and it's 7. And then the other movie is Heat, and then it's The Devil's Advocate, and then Insomnia, and it just gets like weirder and weirder the further you go. 7's really good, right?
Insomnia is pretty good.
Heat's nuts.
Have you seen Insomnia yet?
Yeah. We started last night. We haven't finished it.
I thought that
Christopher Nolan directed that.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's not my favorite Nolan, but I like when they turn the lights on at the end. It's very cool. So good. Everybody go watch The Devil's Advocate.
Yeah, it's Devil's Advocate, though.
And I am going to recommend that y'all check out Halo Combat Evolved. Okay. I've been playing. My brother handed me down his 2020 gaming laptop.
Nice.
I've been wanting to play Halo for a long time, and I just can't bring myself to just buy an Xbox that's got the Halo games on it, or however that shit works. So when my brother was like, hey, I got this gaming laptop, I was like, oh shit, I bet I could play Halo on that, because it came out around 2020, the anniversary edition or whatever. And so for $10 on Steam, I got the first Halo, and I just play it on this laptop with a Switch Pro controller.
Nice.
And it's fucking great, dude. I can't wait to play 2, because I like 2 a lot more than 1.
2 is amazing.
The only reason I wanted to play 1 is for the library and the flood. Those 2 levels, like where you fight all the aliens in the flood.
I thought that was 2, the flood.
Well, there's the flood in number 2 as well. But the library in Halo is where they introduce the flood, I believe. And it's like the little zombie spores.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, in which case I have to buy Halo 2.
Do the needle gun too? Is that in 1?
The needler's in 1, yeah. But then no power sword. Combat. No sword. That comes in. That's in 2.
The power sword's 2, yeah.
But yeah, so Halo, I fucking played that game so much with my friends, and I'm trying to get you to get it for your laptop, and we could play on multiplayer. I'm pretty sure there's no, like, you don't have to have like Microsoft multi-net or anything like that.
That's what I was gonna ask too. Are you gonna see one battle after another?
I'll wait to see it on my buddy's Plex probably.
I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
Let me know what you think.
We'll
I
will let you all know.
That's PTA, right? It's the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie,
and it's pretty stacked.
It looks good. I mean,
I heard it got great reviews. So
the trailer looked fun, so I look forward to hearing what you think.
We're at this weird era with movies where it's like they're all blending genres, and then they're all like absurdist, and they're like, funny conversational side joke stuff. I don't know. It just feels like we've reached a point.
Irreverent.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, this kind of feels like Asteroid City, where it's like, it's got great reviews, like people are really gonna like it, and it's like, I don't know. It's just
I like Asteroid City though.
Everything's in its right place, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I liked Asteroid City though. I thought that was very good.
Asteroid City was kind of sniffing its own butt.
You thought so?
Yeah,
I thought it was like Wes Anderson
doing.
I thought he was like doing the good stuff again. Okay,
he cranked it though.
So play Halo, watch
play Halo,
Devil's Advocate, and next week we will be back to talk about Star Trek The Next Generation episode, Home Soil.
Okay.
Home Soil. So come back next week. We look forward to you hearing us.
Peace.
Bye. 136. Trek in the Valley is brought to you by Adam Ordall-Quinnell and Al Hirt. The theme was produced by Al. The episodes are engineered by Adam. You can email the podcast at trekinthevalley@gmail.com, or you can search for us on Bluesky and Facebook as Trek in the Valley and follow us over there. Please be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review, whatever you do on your podcast apps. It really helps us out. And never forget, always explore strange new fucking worlds.